We'll get ready for another color revolution, this time carried out by the United States. The United States is great at these color revolutions where we don't agree with how your people vote. So we go in and then we foment a coup and we throw your country into chaos until we get the way that we want. The U.S. is meddling in the country of Georgia's election now, threatening the former Soviet country with severe consequences if they don't overturn this weekend's election, basically. Yeah, a little pipsqueak dipshit Matthew Miller from the U.S. State Department threatened the government of Georgia to submit to the United States or face consequences. Listen.
We have consistently urged the Georgian government this year to walk back its anti-democratic actions and return to its Euro-Atlantic path. We do not rule out further consequences if the Georgian government's direction does not change. We want to see the process investigated. We've noted the irregularities and the calls from local and international officials to see a full investigation, and we join those calls.
Does that mean that you take issue with the results?
We're not, but don't have a final assessment. So we don't have a final assessment on the results now. We want to see
as they have been characterized.
We want to see an investigation
by various people, including non-Georgians.
We want to see an investigation take.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Who's going to investigate ours?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Get the Biden administration.
Can we trade, Georgia? You send some people here, we'll send some people there.
Right.
Can we do a swapsies?
Oh, yeah. Get the U.S. State Department to do. Go ahead, Phil.
That's such a dick move. It's like that's like me getting all pissed off because somebody 4 houses down cooked something for dinner that I don't agree with. Like,
yeah.
Why am I getting involved in that? I don't have to eat it. It's not this. We are not Georgia. We have a Georgia. Yeah. Maybe he's confused. Maybe he thinks it's the state of Georgia.
Because that house that's 4 houses down from you is right next door neighbors to Russia, which can be used as a proxy in order to carry out further provocations from NATO against its neighbor. Yes. That's why that house 4 houses down is a concern to the United States. So how dare you vote for your own self-interest? We will come in and we want to do our own investigation. You don't want to hate Russia and attack Russia? Oh, you need to vote differently then, you people of Georgia. How dare you? Dragonfire says it great on X. He says, what right does the U.S. have to dictate to other countries? Georgia had a fair election, but the U.S. is trying to overturn it. Why? They want the country of Georgia to attack Russia. The people of Georgia don't want war. This is exactly what the U.S. did in Ukraine in 2014. Stay strong, Georgia. Hungarian leader Viktor Orban was showing his support for Georgia. He flew into Georgia, and people are pissed. I mean, the EU is pissed. NATO is pissed. How dare you go show your support for Georgia? And he did, and he basically told the United States to go pound sand, did the Hungarian leader Viktor Orban. So the EU, the U.S. got really angry at Georgia earlier this year also when their parliament outlawed LGBTQ plus propaganda aimed at children. This was a specific thing that the Georgian government did to protect minors in Georgia. How dare you defend children from dangerous transgender sex change agenda, said the United States government. We're pissed about that. The Biden State Department. Georgia also approved laws that allowed NGOs to be labeled foreign agents. Imagine that. You mean non-governmental organizations that peddle influence should be labeled as foreign agents? What a novel idea. Imagine if AIPAC, the Israel lobby in the United States, was labeled that way as a foreign agent, right? And that would keep Israel out of the pockets of every American politician except for Congressman Thomas Massie. So that's how this works. They didn't like that. Oh, you mean we can't peddle influence and throw money into your election cycle? The United States can't throw money, illegal money, through non-governmental organizations, like through U.S. aid? Yes, Samantha Power, sorry. You're a foreign agent, and you can't influence our elections, so that's why the United States is pissed off. David Hockley says this is insane. The people of Georgia have a right to self-determination, and they decided they didn't want the EU or NATO. Georgia should consider a defense pact with BRICS and Russia to ensure they can defend themselves against any external pressure and aggression.
Now, a lot of international investors enjoy investing in Georgia because it's a strong economy right now, because it's a sovereign nation right now, because it's a country at peace. So, once the United States sets its sights on you, you got to make sure that they don't get a country type Epstein. So Georgia did not implode. Georgia did not kill itself. We're going to have to keep an eye on Georgia because they could be the next Lebanon once the United States decides, right?
Exactly.
You get a Hillary Clinton with an eye on you.
Or Victoria Nuland with an eye on you. Exactly.
You better watch out. We've seen this before.